Evening, one and all. Welcome to the first race of season 12 in MRC. It's an absolute privilege to see the start of the new season with all the excitement and drama that is surely about to unfold. The host venue for this first race is an iconic nation, the land of the Netherlands, Holland, the Dutch Grand Prix, a country famous for its party life, heavy drinking, and just to make that bit more authentic commentary box tonight, I'm joined by a man who's also from a nation of heavy drinking, heavy party life, and just as much of a good time as the Dutch have. It's the man from Ireland, the man, the myth, the legend, Kyle Winky Sale. Hello, Kyle.
Good evening, Chris.
How are we, my friends? Are you well?
I'm very well, thank you very much. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad to finally get to be in the comms box with your good self.
Indeed.
It's the first of hopefully many times that we get to do this dance together.
Yes, I hope so.
So, the land of the Dutch, the only country in the world that gives the Irish a run for its money when it comes to knowing how to have a good time.
Nowhere near us. Don't think it's anywhere close to it though. At the same time,
well,
that's probably gonna cause a lot of big ruckus. But
yeah, you might be in trouble later in Discord. So there's quite a lot of Dutch guys in MRC, which is great to see. There's a lot of people who this week will be racing at their home race, and everyone loves a home race, don't they?
They do, exactly. Yeah.
And first car on track is one of our resident Dutch Netherlands drivers. This is, of course, our Tier 3 runner-up, DRS Julian, who obviously missed out on the title last season by the smallest amount. He is now up to Tier 2. He's definitely quick enough. He's dropped down last season to Tier 3 from Tier 2 the year before, and he's back with a vengeance to prove a point. So here he is in the beautiful Williams. Good to
remember
see.
actually racing with DRS Julian when he first joined MRC in Tier 4, because he made the big leap from Tier 4 straight up to Tier 2.
Yeah, he's a quick guy. I think he's on his day. He's definitely worthy of a top points position at least in Tier 2. When
Indeed.
he's on it, he just needs to iron out the mistakes. But he's a very good driver. He's a nice guy as well. But yes,
Indeed.
we have a few more Dutchies in this lobby tonight, which we will come back to. Kyle, do you want to run us through a lap with DRS Julian? He's nearly at the final corner. Do you want to run us through a lap of this very quick, short lap?
I shall try.
Wonderful.
I don't have the corner.
Okay.
So I thought
That's okay, I don't know.
So around this last corner then, it's just flat out the whole way through DRS, like halfway around the corner, which it can be sometimes quite bad for traction. So going down towards Tarzan corner, down to at least 4th gear, maybe 3rd. Quite a quick corner, you can get the power down nice and early through it. He's done well there. Just a quick lift of the throttle around the turn 2, and then that harsh braking of turn 3, another bank corner. Power straight down, coming through. Probably think this counts as a corner, turn 4 and 5 and 6, but that's just flat out quick lift around here, and as he hits down it's not another lift, just slightly into turn I think 9, the harsh braking downhill, quite difficult. It's sweeping right and then immediately left, hard on the brakes, round and a wee bit of a twitch, but he keeps it going. Right down the back DRS straight down just after the 100 meters break, riding the curve on the outside, sweeping round on the inside. Don't touch that outside curve because it'll kill you. Then just a quick lift around the final corner and the DRS straight from here onwards the whole way around. He takes the narrow line through it. There's many different lines you can take there, but not a bad lap. It's 1:11.7. Obviously a mistake in that as well, so there's definitely time to be gained for Mr. Julian.
Definitely, that's a huge snap of oversteer and a great save for him to catch that. Great save. So he's already usurped by Doris, D1 Doris, back in a seat. After a season out, he had to venture back off to Hong Kong. He's back in the UK and therefore able to race with us once again. Happy days.
Boothie Jr., my teammate in Tier 3 this year.
Indeed, reserving
today. 1:11.5.
He's a dark horse, is Boothie. Dark horse.
He is.
He's quicker
Again,
than people
he's a
realise.
fast driver, but as you say with a lot of them, it's their What is it? It's just the...
Consistency often
That's
is,
the one.
yeah.
Couldn't get the word out.
It's okay.
Oh, Hoseman.
Hoseman, another of our local Dutch friends, has just gone fastest. Now, in practice yesterday, Sander was extremely quick. In fact, he was quickest of all. Do not be surprised if he sets a lap in this qualifying session, which rivals that of the Tier 1 boys later on. Do not be surprised. He is mega fast.
I'll keep an eye on that.
Just a quick look in the YouTube chat. We've got a few friends popping up to say hello. Say hello to Connor Hardy. Hello to Steve J. That's Kaiser Soze. Hello to Monster, who's of course on track. He is in the McLaren, so we'll say hello to Monster while he's on the lap. Then we've also got the Wookie paddock. That's of course Wookie. He's one of our new Tier 3 drivers. Also saying hello. Mark Hodgson and Calvin also popping up to say hello as well. So get in the YouTube chat and say hello if you want to comment and get involved. But Connor has made a Simon Cowell reference already, Winky.
Yep.
You need to have a word with him later, mate.
Your Mark Hodgson done it my first ever race, so it's alright.
Okay. So Connor's late to the party.
Yeah. It's normally you that does it. To be fair, it's normally you that makes the joke.
Well, to be fair, yeah. Right, so speaking of late to the party, Scottish Ninja was the last of the people to get a permanent seat. He stepped in for a last minute dropout and is in the Red Bull. He's just gone P6 in the disgusting energy car. Although that is the most loved car at the Dutch Grand Prix as of recent years. I can't imagine why. Could not imagine why.
No idea. It's actually my car for season 12 also.
Was that a choice or were you forced into this?
Oh,
Ghost Rider!
Oh, Ghost Rider's lost
He's in the wall. He's missing a wheel. Sorry, you were saying?
It was one of the 5 choices that I was given, or that I basically chose, if you understand me. It was one of the 5 I chose.
Fair enough.
Because since I was given the option of 5 different colours, Red Bull was on the list.
But
Honestly, I wasn't really minding, unless I didn't really want the McLaren again, because I've had it 2 years in a row.
Yeah, it's fair enough. So let's just give a quick shout out to our regular local Dutchies. Error Voice in the Mercedes. Jack Stern and Williams, although he's not on track, how dare he. Hoseman, who's also on track, but currently in pole position, in the Red Bull. Then we've also got Melvin in the Ferrari. None of them on track.
No.
Come on, Dutchies, I'm trying to give you some love here. DRS Julian is on track, though. He knows what he's doing. And of course, we have plenty
from the Dutch people.
We have plenty of lovely, happy, friendly Dutchies in our fantastic league.
Indeed.
Monster says that you were his first MRC teammate.
Yes, he would be correct with that. I remember that in the Racing Point.
Oh,
when
wow.
It was a thing. Me and
2020?
Andrew. Yes, it would have been F1 20, yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's how long MRC has been going on for.
Happy returns.
Also, another wee bit of trivia. We mentioned this on Friday. Mark Hodgson, I was one of his first teammates in MRC when he joined.
Oh. So what we're saying here is nobody knows MRC better than you. That's what I'm hearing. And the likes of Mark Hodgson know nothing compared to Kyle Sale. To be fair, Mark Hodgson knows very little. He's like Jon Snow. He knows nothing.
Already bringing the references to Ireland.
Exactly.
Game of Thrones being one of them, obviously. Over here.
Exactly. One of the best things to ever grace TV until they ruined it. Now,
I've never actually seen it, to be fair.
You should. For those who've never seen it, it's brilliant. But speaking of brilliant things, Error Voice, who is brilliant, goes P5 in the brilliant Mercedes. That's a very nice looking car. The new F1 2023 updates are in, and the side pods are back on the Mercedes.
So they are.
Oh. Right. Who shall we have a look at? The Fox River in the Ferrari.
Mr. Jake.
Yes, he's a super, super fast driver, him. When I first joined MRC, he was in Tier 1. He's rapid. He definitely knows what he is doing when it comes to a wet track, and on a dry track, he's not bad either. He's a he is my dark horse for this year's title in Tier 2.
I'm sure he'd be happy for you to hear you say that.
I mean, there's no pressure, Jake, but you are one of the 3 people who I believe will be in the mix at the end of the season. I'm not going to say who the other 2 are because everyone will start saying that I'm writing the script. But Fox, everyone saw how good he was last year when he was on it. In all
Winning a few
conditions.
races towards the end of the season also.
Indeed.
So he's not lying down for anyone anyway.
No, and he's already a quarter second up on his current lap. This will put him close to the front-running pair of Hoseman and Doris. Couldn't say his name for a second, so I had a little moment. It's about a full Murray Walker moment. Melvin goes P3 in the other Ferrari, the 9.9. What a lap! And Fox just
beats him.
Another 9.9. Wow. Eddie Dust has popped up to say hello, and he's not racing this week, normally in the McLaren. He's being replaced by Doris for the week. He's gutted not to be racing today. He had a tough time in Tier 1 last season, did Eddie, and I'm hoping he'll get back his confidence this season that he showed us in Tier 2 before he got promoted. So good luck to him. I'm sure when you're back you'll be demonstrating just that.
Indeed.
Now, another man who's recently dropped down from Tier 1 to Tier 2, come back to Hoseman shortly, is Bergen, who's not on track. Another man who just needs a bit of a confidence boost to get himself back in the swing of things and get back up to pace.
Outside of MRC for a long time also.
Yeah, he's a super fast guy and a very nice guy as well, so I'm sure he'll recover that confidence. But someone who's got a lack of confidence, Hoseman.
9.2, yeah.
It's over half a second faster than the next man. That's a fantastic.
What was your pole time on MRCX? No, you weren't even pole.
I was 300th off a pole. Ziad got pole and it was a 9.4 or 9.3.
Wow.
And that was a one-shot quality, so we think it was a banker that, but Hoseman's already beaten that, and I'm sure he's got more in the bag. If he can get a 1:08 on the board, that would be incredible. I did say earlier, Hoseman, he's got the pace. I did say, I'm standing by that comment. So Hoseman, Fox River, and Fanning are my 3 calls for the title. I also think single track, Simba, Bergen, and we'll all be in the mix as well. And Error Voice, he's only a reserve when he's racing, is definitely one to be remembered.
100%.
So a few more chats popping up. Hello to Frank, who's actually called Ghost Rider. Hello to Brandon. Hello to Mandy. Hello to Martin Hills. Possible rain in the race. And he's got rear wing damage in qualifying. Well, I tell you what, that might be the fault of when Max Verstappen came and touched Lewis Hamilton's rear wing. Maybe someone's come and done that to yours. Who knows?
Even though he's in the Alpine.
Yes. We'll just say it's the same thing.
Been driving at similar pace this year, to be fair.
Well, actually, that's the point. What is your favourite team now? I think about it. Who is your team of choice? Your driver of choice? I've never really known.
For me, if I'm being honest, I'm just normally a equal.
So you just like the racing? You're not bothered about who?
I just love to watch the racing. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I haven't really got a biased choice, if you would.
Fair enough. Oh, wow. Airways goes up to P5 of the lap. He's also in the 1 minute 9.9s. That's 3 drivers have done a 9.9. Now, Airways is a Tier 3 driver. Previously was a Tier 4 driver.
He was, yes. I had a few good races with him last season.
Zach, which he has got a real name, it's Zach. Zach is a very quick guy. He's clean, he's fair, and you know what? For someone who's relatively new to the league, he's coming along really well. He's really improving at a great pace.
He is indeed.
Good to see. Now then, who shall we jump on board with?
I'm just finishing.
Scottish Ninjas just dropped it on the TRS straight. Oh dear.
No. Just coming around the final corner with Fanning at the moment.
Fanning, of course, as they say, he's one of my top 3 picks for the title this season.
I've won 10-4.
10-4.
Straight up to P7.
Yes, I expect more from you, Mr. Fanning. You are very much a capable man. No pressure. Now then, who can we have a look at? Simba's on his way out of the garage in the beautiful Mercedes. Bit is on his way in. Now, Carl, also known as Bit, he was telling me how he is at home at Aston Martin. Because when he first joined MRC, many, many moons ago, as you might well remember because you were around then too, his first team was Racing Point.
Okay.
And of course he drove for them as Racing Point and as Aston Martin, and now he's gone back to them again. He's been around forever as well as Carl, so he's very much happy to be back in the green team.
Yeah, indeed.
Quick shout out to Rob Smith in the other Alpine, teaming up with Martin. He's also stepped up from Tier 3 to Tier 2, being a consistent high performer in Tier 3 over a number of seasons. Maybe not the quickest over a single lap, but his good racecraft and long run pace, being very successful and very promising,
He was in the title fight last season.
Exactly.
Rob Smith,
Exactly.
in Tier 3.
Being a consistent performer has put him in the mix at the top end of the field every week. So he is promoted to Tier 2 as a result of this. So let's see how he performs. Let's watch his lap. I have to say, the Alpine livery is not one that grabs my eye. I don't like it particularly.
I'm not a fan of the pink with it.
I don't mind the pink.
Honest.
It's just, I think it should be pink and blue or black and blue, not pink and black and blue. It's too much colour, just too much. I think the black and blue would look better personally, but
I'm just on board with the other Alpine, Martin. He was up by just over a second on his time.
Oh wow, let's jump back to Rob in a minute.
As
How does Martin do?
the line at 1:10 dead.
I tell you what, that's so close from third down to sixth. That is so close.
Yeah.
Now then, Rob Smith is in the final sector. He is up on his lap. He's on an improved first and second sector. No traffic going to get in his way through the final corner, thankfully. Here he comes round the banking. And this banking is so steep here. You don't realise how steep it is until you actually stop to look at it. This is crazy. And Rob Smith goes P8.
10.4.
Good showing for the two Alpines.
Pardon?
That's a good show for the two Alpine drivers there.
Indeed.
Now then,
One just to keep a wee eye on. I'm looking at the Ferraris. I'm looking at Melvin at the moment.
Yeah.
Both Melvin and obviously.
Fox is just ahead of him on track.
Yeah. They've both matched their times in the first sector. Melvin just a slightly bit quicker.
Yeah, it's the middle sectors, middle and final sectors where you find your time. The first sector, not so much. Oh, it's an Alpine nearly gets in the way of Fox there.
Melvin's round, and he's lost his wing.
Oh no. Oh, poor Melvin. At his home race, it's not what he'd want. But Fox, 8,000ths up in the middle sector. He's gone purple. Could this be a pole position lap? He does need to find a lot in the final sector if he wants to thresh in Hoseman, of course. But who knows?
I know Jake quite well, and I know he's really wanting to prove himself.
He's abandoned. Now, someone who has just, well, he's halfway around my lap now, has not got a lap in yet. It's Kyle Bergen. He's in the Haas. Yes. What can the man from Morecambe do? I know this isn't his favourite track, but he is a Tier 1 podium achiever in the past. He was my former teammate for 2 seasons as well, so I do know the guy quite well. He's an okay fella. Oh, he hits the wall on the exit of the banking. And he goes P10.
It hasn't really looped around this time.
No, it could, you do feel like there was more in the bag then, but nevertheless, 18th, it was a 17th for 18th, he's now up to 10th. Who's on a lap that we can find?
I'm on Booty here at the moment in P8, coming around the middle sector.
Yeah, his ERS is flashing though. Could that be a sign?
Yes. Yeah. I didn't realise that.
Yeah, he's at a big moment there. Let's find someone else.
Simba down in 15th.
Yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look at Fabian. The wonderful, beautiful Fabian. I love this man. He's a lovely guy. He's another former teammate of mine, and I have a special regard for most of my ex-teammates. Unless your name's Jay Sarge. Here we go. Takes a short run through the line. And he goes P7 with a 10-0.
That's very close.
That is so congested.
The top 10.
Yeah, that is so congested. And that, I believe, because Martin's not on a lap, that is qualifying.
Boxing. It is.
Well, so that is the grid, everyone. That flew by rather quickly, but that means I did kind of call this. That Hosman, by half a second, takes pole position. Half
That's
a
crazy,
second at a short lap like this is a bit ridiculous. Alongside him is Doris, who is a reserve standing in today for Eddie Dust. And that's a great lap from him at 9.7. P3, Wazza, looking to regain his form and confidence. He's had a tough season last season and a tough end of the season before. Could this be his comeback season? And we'll run through the order now. In P4, Fox River, again, do not count him out. Melvin in P5, having stepped up from Tier 3, he'll be happy with that, as will Airways on a reserve from Tier 3. Error Voice P7, Single Track P8, Boothie P9, and DRS Julian P10. A lot of the top 10 being made up of drivers who were not in this tier last season. 11th is Bergen, Simba P12, Rob Smith is 13th, 14th for Monster, 15th for Fanning, 16th for Scottish Ninja, and 17th for Bit. Then unfortunately 5J Rooster, Jackster and Ghost Rider all did not set laps and are 18th, 19th and 20th respectively. Kyle, who is your dark horse for the race today? Who are you predicting?
It's obviously it is hard to bet against Hosman from that lap, but I know he'll be happy with me saying this. Both of them, the two Ferraris, are in with a good shout.
Yeah, they are. They are indeed.
Both FireJ and Melvin. So I'm gonna go with. I'm just not even gonna pick a driver. I'm just gonna say the Ferraris.
Fair play. I'm going to be really boring here. I'm going to go with Hosman. Sander at his home track just looks a bit formidable. So as Martin said, there is the chance of rain later in the race that will make this tight, twisty track even more treacherous. This track, we were talking earlier, and you described this track as a very flowy track.
Yes.
Is it a track you enjoy? Is it a track you like?
When I get when I hook it up properly, yes, I do actually quite enjoy the track.
Sure.
It is very difficult, as people know. But I don't know how I'm feeling going into Wednesday for myself, but the track is quite a good track.
Yeah, it's a very fun track. I think it's like a go-kart track, but I like the sand dunes around here, give it a bit of character, something different to your typical
that's what you like to see.
Track in Europe. So it's very few moments where you're not on heavy lock or heavy throttle. It's a very short lap. The lap itself, I've seen, just over a minute long, with extreme banking as well. This track actually, believe it or not, was built in the 1940s, has been racing in Formula 1 here since the 50s. Mm-hmm. But until we race here for the first time in the new era in 2021, it was 35 years between the previous race and the 2021 edition of the Dutch Grand Prix. Now, Max Verstappen has won every single event at this track that there is to win without much of a threat from anyone. Lewis Hamilton, the only man to have given him any form of threat in any of the recent seasons, and even then, as much as I love Lewis, he hasn't really given him much to worry about.
No one has really.
No
one's been able to touch Red Bull in the past few years. And
it has to be said, as much as Red Bull and Verstappen are not everyone's cup of tea, the Dutch fans, you cannot deny their love, passion and energy is second to none.
The noise in any sport.
Exactly. The noise, the energy is incredible. They bring such an aura of everything. It's wonderful to see.
You mentioned obviously that Max has won the last 3 of these races.
Yeah.
And obviously in the same season he has gone on to win the championship.
He has.
But nearly every other racer who has raced here in the past has won the World Championship if they've won at this track.
So you're saying Zandvoort is key. If you win at Zandvoort, the world is your oyster.
You're possibly in with a good chance.
So Zandvoort's more lucky than a 4-leaf clover. Is that what you're saying?
I wouldn't go that far now.
Well, tyre strategy wise, most people are on the mediums and hards, but we have got 3 drivers, including our pole sitter, on the softs. Will that pay dividends with the strategy later? We'll come back to that as the light sequence is upon us. And for the first time in Season 12, we are underway in MRC, and a slight glitch. We can hear cars moving, but can't see them moving. Oh, and now we do. There we go. And Hoseman with a clean getaway. Doris just shoving her nose at the inside, but thinks better of it. The Ferraris have come together, though. Oh, looks like everyone's just about got through cleanly, and Hoseman leads the way. The Ferrari's just following behind Wazza. And then got bit of a pile up into turn 3, but it looks like everyone's got through. They're okay.
Indeed, a good start from Bergen. They're going around the outside of the banking.
Indeed.
Up to P9.
And we've got a move. Oh, Fanning is side by side with Simba, and he's gone round the outside of the right-hander. That's an incredible move. Simba's round.
Oh, Simba's been hit.
Wow, Simba's round, and Rob Smith has gone with him, as has, I believe I saw McLaren lose a wing somewhere in that. I'm not sure.
I think someone hit one of the two drivers going round. It looks like it is
McLaren. Monster's missing a good chunk of his front wing. I think it's him.
He's lost his end plate.
Yeah, that was a shame to see. Of course, no one wants to see a crash at the start of any of that.
Wing also.
Has he now? Jackster. Yeah, he has. The Williams has got nothing. Oh dear. Oh, there's contact between him and Monster. Oh, this is not the start either of them will have wanted, and Simba will be furious in that Mercedes. But there is a long way to go in this race, of course. A lot can happen. So, the big losers and winners from that start sequence then. Of course, the biggest loser there, Rob Smith and Monster and Simba are the three biggest losers. The biggest winner, though, of course, Ghost Rider, followed by FireJ Rooster, making the most positions at that start. Probably in both cases would have been the chaos and the crashes would have led to all of that. And look at this already, the top two are just checked out.
Alright.
Now then, Error Voice is ever close to the back of Melvin in the Ferrari. Is Melvin going to try and do the team game and hold him up and help his teammate Fox? Surely that's got to be the aim.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Because with the pace of both of them, Jake would probably being the faster of the two. No offence to Melvin.
No, of course, I agree.
Melvin, there would probably be, as you said, doing the team game, doing the Fernando Alonso.
Here comes Error Voice, he's lining up a move in Tier 1, turn 1 even. And he's up the inside. Will Melvin try and go back round the outside? We saw this on Friday. Melvin doesn't get it done on this occasion though. Error Voice does have the soft tyre. Melvin on the mediums. That could be a major factor in the pace difference.
Very true.
What strategy would you have gone for in this race, Kyle? What would you say would be the strategy to go for?
I would maybe just start mediums, if I'm being honest myself. The softs are obviously a good tyre to use, but I don't think they would be the best race tyre. Like straight away at least, I wouldn't think it's the best race tyre.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think
because of how fast the track is, the tyre wear mightn't be the best.
Yeah, the soft feels lovely for the first 5 or 6 laps, and then suddenly, Melvin very deep into the chicane. Not Melvin, sorry, Error Voice even, and he nearly hit the back of Fox, and then he's...
he's hit the back of Melvin, no.
Yeah, Melvin got past, and then they collide. It looks like a bit of a desync going on there. Yeah, Possibly. It looks like a bit of lag going on. Yeah, the softs feel great until they go off, and it's not long before they start to feel less good. Martin now having a look at the back of Airways. Is he going to go from up the inside turn 1?
He is. The outside line normally is the best way to go, so Airways looks like he's going to stick ahead, but Martin's not giving him a moment's rest. No,
Martin's someone who doesn't give up. If he believes that he can stick his nose in, he will stick a nose in.
Indeed, Bergen's right on the back of him though.
Yeah.
Bergen got a great run out of the banking, and he's literally practically pushing Martin around the lap.
This could be a bit juicy because, in the nicest possible way, Bergen is an aggressive hard fighter. Martin is an aggressive hard fighter, and just behind them is another aggressive hard fighter in Fanning. So this could get a bit juicy. And single track is very twitchy through the left hander there. Bergen is all over him.
He's thought out against it. If you know yourself, probably the best way of getting past someone is the main straight.
Definitely. That DRS is so powerful. Everyone here runs such high downforce, rightfully so with the high-speed corners. You really have to. And because of that, slipstream and DRS is so powerful. And look at this, Bergen with the DRS and the slipstream on Martin. And this is just bread and butter for any racing driver. Just up the inside, straight line speed advantage. See you later. Bergen up to P8. Martin couldn't really do much about that. I think Bergen had a bit more ERS. And of course, the slipstream, which is super powerful.
Indeed, we've seen that a lot.
Fanning's lining him up now. Look at Fanning. Oh, Martin goes defensive. Yeah, Martin just about blocked him off for this sequence here. But Fanning looks ever hungry to try and make a move on the single track as well. Just dropped to the back. Jack's just side by side with Monster, by the way, for P18. Ooh, just has to back out of that one.
Oh,
has he?
He has.
Talk us through it. What happens?
If I'm being honest, I wasn't actually on board with it.
Fair enough. I missed it as well.
just seen the end of it. It was through the middle sector before the DRS straight.
Oh, okay.
So he must have done it down the inside before the DRS straight. It's my guess. If I'm being honest, that's a guess, but that's the only way I could think.
Now, Fanning's not got DRS. Martin's closing quickly, but not quick enough to make a move. So it looks like these two will not swap positions in the next few corners at least.
Indeed. Their voice is still right in the back of Fox River at the moment, as well.
Indeed. Now, just looking back the front...
a wee bit of a twitch from Error Voice through the middle sector.
Yeah, we're just on board with them now.
Backing out a wee bit, but they've managed to hold it.
It has to be said, Waz is doing a great job of holding on to these guys, but at some point, looking at a 5-second gap he's got to the leader, at some point you're going to assume that the cars behind are going to make a move on him. He's quick as Wazza, but he's not quick enough to hold position, it seems. And at some point he's going to run out of ERS and straight line speed, and Fox is surely going to pounce.
Especially with Fox being on them hard tyres.
Yes, exactly.
They'll end up coming into the race more.
Definitely.
As the further they go.
Here we go. This is going to be the moment. Surely Fox lines him up, and yeah, Wazza doesn't even defend. He doesn't even bother fighting it. Yeah. That was quite an easy move, really, for Jake. And Error Voice now P5 ahead of Melvin on those soft tyres. He will need to make a move using that tyre as soon as possible to not lose too much time before he makes his earlier pit stop.
Indeed.
Airways, by the way, look at him all over the back on Melvin. Credit to him, really showing everyone what he's got to play with.
Indeed. He is a pretty fast driver, speaking from experience.
Of course, yeah, you would know from last season, you would know very well.
Yeah, he's a very fast driver. I had a good few fights with him last year.
I remember...
And I just couldn't... Oh, Melvin twitching out of the...
Moment. Yeah, good spot. I remember watching...
Straight, but Airways has backed off.
Yeah, it looks like Melvin has some good straight on speed after all that, so saves bacon.
Indeed.
I remember...
Look at this, look at behind, Martin and Boothie. Right beside you, they went side by side through the through.
Martin, yes, Boothie's through. Martin's not had the first stint that he would have liked to have had.
Not at all, no.
Although Martin's coming back at him.
Is he fast enough? It doesn't seem like it.
No, he doesn't. Martin's run out of ERS. I just saw him flash at the rear of his car. So
plus they both had DRS, so it's always going to be hard.
Indeed.
DRS Julian out of the turn 1. What a run he's got on Scottish Ninja around turn 2 and 3.
Tell you, that's not something you want to go side by side if you can avoid it. That's such a hard place to keep it fair. But they have fair play to them. Credit to them both. But Julian pushing the back of the Red Bull.
Indeed, there's a lot of action going on straight away like these in this early going of the race.
Indeed, everyone seems hungry for it. And a bit of a twitch from Julian through that double right-hander. That gives Scottish Ninja the chance to make his corner apex that little bit smoother. It's going to be interesting to see when the soft tyre run is going to pit.
You would think it might have to be fairly soon, I would assume.
See, the soft can go 14 to 15 laps if you're careful on them, but the pace drop-off is huge. Really,
Right,
12
okay.
laps, 13 at best. That's my prediction. Then you go into the hard tyre and obviously go to the end. Oh, Julian's out! Was caught on stream. Julian just
What happened?
he went over the curb on that final corner
No.
on the exit, and just the car turned into a skateboard. Oh, that's such a shame. But that, of course, is our first safety car of the tier action for season 12. And luckily for Hoseman, he has gone past the safety car line, and effectively everyone will be able to get a free pit stop.
I was just about to say that. You mentioned about when the soft runners were meant to be boxing. This is probably now
this is
the
perfect
best
for the
time
soft
for
runners.
it. Yeah.
Perfect for them. For the hard tyre runners, really, you've got 27 laps to go. Now, even with a safety car,
after this hards?
yeah, if you're on the hards, your best bet is genuinely to pit and put on a set of mediums and see where you are later on. If you're on the mediums, you just go to the hards. If you're on the soft, you go to the hards from here.
Would you box if you were on the mediums or hards now, or
Yeah,
would you wait?
I would. Yeah, I would.
Oh, okay.
New tyre pace here is so powerful.
True, it is a very powerful circuit.
But new tyres in this game seem so much more powerful than they used to be, and of course, this being a track where grip is vital, it's
Indeed.
definitely, I think, the safe call to box, and of course, Hoseman straight away commits.
Straight in. Doris follows him in though.
Yeah, not surprised at all.
Fox
continues.
Staying out. Waz is going in, as is Fabian and Melvin. They're all boxing. You were right.
Although Bergen continues.
Waz has just took a 5-second penalty. For speeding. Melvin onto the soft tyres.
Oh, that's a bold call.
Very bold.
Now, Fajay Rooster continues as well. He decides, so he doesn't want to get rid of those tyres yet, nor does Ghost Rider. Personally, I think they should have just pitted for the fresh rubber. Now then, Carl Bits decides that he's going to stay out as well. He is already on brand new mediums. He pitted earlier. Monster continues. Jackster and Rob Smith have also already pitted. So
they're gonna what everyone has went on to. The likes of Hoseman and Doris, they're both on the hard tyres.
Which makes sense.
Could you take them to the end?
Yes,
easily. From now?
Yeah,
really?
Easy from there. The hards will go a distance. The mediums, so me and Steve on Friday both did, I believe it was 26 laps or 27 laps on the medium.
Something like that, yeah.
But it did include 2 safety car periods and 1 VSC in that.
Indeed.
Now, of course, this is a safety car right now, so yeah, we were fighting fairly hard, so we were abusing the tyres, but I do believe that Wazza and Error Voice, Bit and Jackster, who are all on new mediums, I believe they will all have to pit again.
And obviously Melvin and Airways, Scottish Ninja and Simba will have to.
I think those 4 have played the tactical game of they're going to put the softs on, try and make positions, and wait for either another safety car or VSC, and then put on a set of mediums. Yeah.
Makes sense. And then Fox and Bergen and that are on their used hards. What's the best way to go for them, do you reckon?
I think they're going to go as long as they can. If there's another safety car, then they definitely will pit and put on a medium. If not, they'll go as long as they can and go to the softs around lap 23, 24. That's my prediction.
It's all up in the air then, is what you're saying?
Oh yeah, there's many ways that all these drivers could go about it. But yeah, so let's have a little bit of Dutch trivia. We've got maybe another minute and a half before the racing gets going. So Dutch F1 drivers, I know everyone goes on about Max, but of course he's not the only Dutch driver. He's not even the only Verstappen to have raced in Formula 1.
No, his dad.
Exactly, Jos the Boss, as he was once known.
Okay.
There was of course Guido van der Gaard, who raced not so long ago in the Caterham.
Okay.
Can you think of any other Dutch drivers though?
There's the one main name, or is he? Hold on, just to make sure he is Dutch before I. No, he's not. Actually, never mind. Dutch drivers. Off the top of my head, I'm trying to think. Honestly, no.
See, there hasn't been a huge amount, but considering how the nation of the Netherlands, how Holland is superbly well supported, there has been quite a few.
Right,
So,
okay.
to give you a few examples, you have Robert Dornbos, who raced for Minardi back in the mid-2000s.
Okay.
Of course, we had Christian Albers, who raced in the mid-2000s to late 2000s.
Oh,
Oh, Melvin's had a
he
crash with Ghost Rider. Oh dear. And you know what, actually, let's get the chat paused for a minute and let's focus on the restart. As Fox River's gone early out the penultimate corner. He's caught Bergen napping a little bit. Boothie just behind him, and then here comes Hoseman on the brand new hards. Hoseman up the inside of turn one.
Both very hard braking between him and Boothie, but
what saved Boothie there? What saved Boothie there was Bergen broke early, which meant Hoseman couldn't brake late. But Hoseman round the outside of turn 3, and he's got the better drive on the exit, as
Martin's
you do.
Made a mistake out of turn 2.
Oh no, what happened?
Collision
between Doris! Doris and Boothie just went side by side and bashed wheels. Both Hoseman and Doris have passed Boothie now. That's crucial for the race. But that was so close to a DNF from somebody there. Sorry, so yeah, you were saying about Martin, apologies.
It looked like from out of turn 2 he took it a bit too quick. And ended up, now he's right at the back now, he's lost his front end plate. I think he touched the inside curve between turn 2 and 3. Or the inside barrier between 2 and 3, I should say.
Oh dear, well, he's not the only ones who have had a bit of bad restart. Error voice,
Scottish Ninja with a wee bit of a moment out of the chicane.
We've just seen Boothie lose positions to Wazza, Doris and Hoseman. And of course, Error voice as well. Oh, we've got a pitter. Fanning is in. Jackster, is that Jackster? Sorry, Biff and Fanning are both in. The drivers who are on old tyres have struggled.
Fanning's got a bit of a wing missing.
Oh dear.
As Bit and Martin, obviously, as I mentioned. So they are all putting on fresh wings.
Indeed, wise move. You do need good downforce here. And look at this, Doris all over the back of Hoseman, trying to get ahead of him so he can attack the old hard runners ahead, which is Bergen and Fox. And wow, Hoseman up the inside of Bergen! That is not somewhere you'd expect to move, but what a bold move it is.
And they're still
Bergen tries to hang him out, and Bergen's got round! Bergen's in the wall!
Oh no.
Oh, Kyle. The other Kyle, because he's also a Kyle. It was his birthday, literally on Saturday.
Oh no.
No, sorry, not Saturday, it was yesterday, apologies Bergen, I'm wrong. It was his birthday yesterday, and that's not how he would have wanted today to go. But
not at all. I'm just watching here, Fabian on Boothie. He's got a major run even before the DRS straight.
We're seeing, oh my god, Hoseman nearly runs to the back of Fox River as he goes to make a move for the lead, and he's through, as is Doris. And look at this, Waz is now going around the outside of Fox as well. Three cars in one corners. Three cars in one corner, past Fox River. And as you say, Error Voice has now got Boothie as well.
The speed that Error Voice got out of the final corner was fire compared to Boothie.
I can imagine those new tyres, they really lit up well. And Airways now, is Boothie on the team game and let Airways through?
Yes.
They are both reserves, of course, so they might feel free to fight.
But at the same time, I'm sure they'll want to do something for the constructors for them.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they will.
Oh, Melvin hit the back of Fire J coming towards the DRS straight. Fire J had a twitch moment out of that corner. Melvin couldn't react and hit the back of him.
Indeed, now Bergen's just let Ghost Rider 3 behind him. They are playing the team game.
Okay.
And Simba on the soft tyre is right behind them, as is Grant Scottish Ninja.
Yes, Grant Swain.
Indeed, now Airways is going past Boothie down to turn 1.
Fire J Rooster, Melvin's got him.
Yep, Error Voice is up the inside of Fox as well with turn 1. That's another move.
He's not enjoying the medium tyres at the moment, is he? Or them hard tyres at the moment?
Hard tyres, no, the hard tyre runners. I did say those who are on the hards, they'd be better off pitting and losing position now.
Oh, Monster's retired in the pits.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I did say those on the hards, they should take the pain and just pit, just accept it and wait and hope for a safety car later. But anyway, I'm sure there'll be an opportunity for him to come back later on.
Indeed, there's Simba's got past Ghost Rider.
Good move from him to make there. We're looking at the front. So Hoseman ran away in the early part of the race. He's not run away in this phase, as we see Doris is sat right behind him.
Scottish Ninja, that looks like he's had a moment.
Oh, what's happened to him?
He's backed off the way from the pack. I don't actually know. I've just seen a yellow flag with the Red Bull.
Oh dear,
he must have
that's
had
a shame.
just a quick small spin. We've got Doris with the RS though on Hoseman.
Yep, indeed, we're on board with McLaren, and he's going to get a run in turn 1. How close will he be on the brake zone? Oh, tell you what, a late move to make the brake call from Hoseman to take the racing line, but it was a justified move. Doris with a big switch on the apex, and that has cost him a run out the corner.
Error Voices now got past Waza also down that straight, while that was all happening.
Interesting, those two are on the same tyre and the same lifer tyre, so that was just a pure pace move.
As you would expect from Error Voice.
Indeed, Airways now on the back of Fox, the next person to try and attack the Ferrari. This is really not how Fox River would have hoped this stint was going to go. When he chose not to pit, he probably thought he'd be ahead a little bit longer than this. This is...
Oh, jeez. Two Hasses came together.
Oh no, Bergen and Ghost Rider.
Bergen and Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider, I think, went a wee bit braked a bit too early. From what it looked like. They went a bit too slow and Bergen hit the back of him.
Oh dear.
So it looks like the team game there hasn't worked, because he's now got Ghost Rider, Rob Smith, side by side with him, with the RS.
So team game or team pain?
Sure, yes, exactly. It looks like Ghost Rider has ruined his own driver, his own teammate.
Wazza, by the way, has repassed Error Voice into turn 1. And Hoseman is now dropping Doris.
And now Bergen has got Jacksta to get past him, so Bergen, that's ruined Bergen's race, that. Hitting the back, he's lost his front wing as well.
Here comes Jacksta Rob Smith as well, double move potentially.
Bergen's lost his front wing while hitting the back of his teammate, so...
Oh dear.
Not good for the Haas team today.
Yeah, he's missing an end plate. Look at that front left end plate missing altogether. Around a shot like this, he will Fox smash his door. Oh, that lives rent free in my head. Have you seen Drive to Survive? Take it.
I have.
That scene with Magnussen and Grosjean, that's rent free in my head.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Gunther was the best part of Drive to Survive, but Vaz has made a big mistake into the chicane. Error Voice now right up behind him again. Could we see another move into turn 1 between these two? This is the fight that is a bit too exciting. They're fighting that hard, they're not dropping the cars behind.
Fox River.
Yeah.
It's similar to Airways, because T's right with him, but the DRS with Fox isn't allowing Airways to get near him.
Oh, we've got a yellow flag at the final corner.
It's Rob Smith,
an Alpine.
It looks like.
Yeah, Rob Smith.
No damage in his car, so he must have kept it out of the wall.
Indeed, he's got Fanning now all over the rear end of him. Surely Fanning will have him here down the straight.
Indeed.
No, Fanning didn't have him.
He didn't, no.
Yeah, you're right. Airways is stuck behind the Fox. And
look at this.
And Alfa Romeo's right wide. Waz has made a big moment, and that's cost him dearly. As he now drops behind Fox River. And a slight touch from Airways. Wow.
That's unfortunate for Wazzy. He was fighting for a possible podium. Oh, and there's the rain started. It's raining.
Here we go. So this is what Fox River was gambling on when he didn't pit. This is why he didn't pit. But ultimately, I still feel like the soft side runners like Melbourne and Simba have recovered most of their places, as has Airways. They would have been wise to have pitted, but here we go. Fox River under huge attack from Airways. Airways up to P4.
This is going to make things very interesting to see how fast the track gets wet.
Indeed. I personally think that this rain is going to come down quickly, and we know full well the tracks get so slippy so quickly. The softer the compound you're on, the more grip you will have, and Bergen and Scottish Ninja are already in the pits. They're gambling on... Yeah, and they're going to gamble on the inters already, it would seem. That's a huge gamble already. It's not wet enough yet, but it's not going to be a million miles away.
No, not at all.
Yep. So,
Oh no,
Nope,
Bergen's
Bergen's gone
soft.
softs. Oh, okay. Fanning and
Well,
Ninja
that was
have
a
both gone
mistake.
inters. Normally Bergen does go for the wet tyre earlier than most, so I imagine that's an error.
Yeah. Then there's the Ferraris that have the mistakes during pits.
Well, yeah, they do. They do that far too often.
It looks like the track's getting wet fairly quickly because it looks like Waza is starting to struggle a little bit.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how long they're flat through the final corner. So let's jump on board with Simba. He's on the softs. Yeah, there's a little lift there through the final corner. A little hesitation.
Okay.
So he's not taking any risks, and I do not blame him. It's so easy to slide out and hit that wall, so yeah, fair play. Now then,
Looking at Hoseman, he had that turn 6, I think it is, the fast right, where you just have to lift. He was braking. He had to put a wee bit of brake on,
Bits pity for the inters that there's a lap down. He's being lapped by cars. He's having to let them all go through, and in doing so, he's negated the benefit he gained from pitting early. So
might have ruined his race there, probably.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's enough water for him in the Aston Martin. Single track's on the way out the pit lane. He's also on the inters now. I still think this is a bit too early.
Possibly, I'm going to have a watch through at Hoseman to see what he does. No, he's staying. So he must feel like it's okay.
Although Doris is in. Doris is pitted. What's Aerovoice doing? He stays out, as does Airways, as does Fox. In fact, everyone's staying out so far.
Interesting.
Yep. So Doris the only one of the top 10 so far gamble on the intermediates. Jacob in the Aston Martin is pitting though. The other Aston Martin is joining his teammate on the inters.
It does seem like Airways has a bit more grip than Aerovoice. He's right on the back of him.
Yes, the soft tyre.
Yeah.
The extra heat from the soft tyre is really paying dividends now. Rob Smith and Ghost Rider also pitting for intermediates then.
He must be starting to get wet now.
People were lacking confidence, or they're just seeing other people and they're reacting to the others.
Wee bit of a desync there from Aerovoice. His internet's not very stable.
Yeah.
I was just watching Airways go through him and then him pop up in front of him.
It's awful to race with that, and it's no one's fault, but ultimately it's one thing real world really F1 drivers don't have to deal with is desync of a car ahead.
I can just imagine that. Oh, Hoseman's in.
Now then, Airways and Aerovoice. Aerovoice stays out. Oh no, Airways stays out too.
Airways just got past Aerovoice in the night lead.
He's into the lead. I thought he was going to pit, but I think he decided that he wanted to take the lead of the race more. Yep, Hoseman's on the inters.
Gambling. Still half the track out on slick tyres.
Exactly. So clearly, let's watch Simba as he's on the back of Hoseman now. If Simba can keep up with Hoseman, then we know the track is not ready, and if Hoseman pulls away, then we know it is ready. So let's stay on board with the Lion King, and Hoseman gets good traction out of turn 3. That has to be said. That's one of the slippier traction zones. Hoseman's got good grip there. I'd say they're about even. They're about even-ish through the corners though. Hoseman maybe is time though.
He's struggling at the moment.
Yeah, he will be. Got to bear in mind, Simba's on the softs, Fox is on very old hards.
Yeah.
For me, if you're on the hards, you've got to pit. If you're on the softs, you can do maybe one more lap. But I'd be pitting personally. I'd just play it safe.
Let's see what everyone's doing now. Airways is still staying out.
Indeed, and in comes Fox.
Yeah, Fox River's in. Apologise if you hear any noise in the background. Fireworks being set off across the road from me.
Oh dear. And Melvin is in. Kids. Bits back in as well.
A Ferrari double stack.
Indeed. Spinala. Now then. We've got a bit of a fight going on between Rob Smith and Fanning. Both from the industries. P13 and 14. DRS hasn't been disabled yet, so clearly the track's got enough grip for them to allow DRS.
Obviously Melbourne had to wait then 5 seconds, so he's backed up behind Jackson now, the other Dutchman.
He'll want to have a good fight and get back past him if he can.
Indeed.
And Rob Smith on the inside of the banking. Oh, wow. Fanning decided he wanted to pit, so actually broke to let Rob Smith through.
Oh, and he's got 5 seconds
the pit
also.
lane. Oh, dear.
Wonder why he's pitting.
Yep. Now, Hoseman is less than 10 seconds to the race lead now.
Oh, he's on they're medium tyres, Fanning.
Yeah, that's bold. The leaders are going to have to pit because Hoseman's finding so much time on them.
Here comes our ways now.
Yeah, Error Voice continues. Briefly continues. They shouldn't, because they're losing that much time to Hoseman that they're going to be so far behind him after all of this. And Alfa Romeo double stack. That's not good.
But look at that now. Hoseman's what, maybe 7 seconds or so behind the leader?
Indeed. That's a driver who was previously only about 6 seconds behind Hoseman initially. Pit stop's about 25, 26 seconds roughly. So he's now got... Hoseman's going to have a huge lead. In fact, Hoseman's got about nearly 8 seconds to Doris, who was his nearest rival.
Yeah, so at the moment it looks like he's played it right.
He definitely has.
At the same time, you can say he's similar with Fox River, currently in maybe a net P3.
Indeed. Fox, right now, after the hard tyre struggles, is back in a good place. Let's have a quick look at the YouTube chat, see what people are saying. So, B17 says, come on, Rob Smith. Mark, when we were saying earlier about luck, says you and your leprechaun ways are another form of good luck. J Sarge says Bergen doing Bergen things, making his tyres last 34 laps. Well, J Sarge, you don't know how to make things last because you break front wings like they're going out of fashion. Fabian says he took the mediums because of the rain that was coming. Fox goes off, by the way. Oh, yeah. Lucky to keep that out of the wall.
There goes Booty and Airvoice in the pitch now, so...
Yeah, DRS Julian says sorry for the crash. Out. Yeah, he's bold. Simba should have pitted, really. DRS Julian says sorry for the crash. It's okay, don't be sorry, mate. Just come back harder next time. And Monster retired for breaking all of his wings, so going full J Sarge. Oh, safety car.
Safety car. No.
Now, do you know who's going to love that more than anyone? Is Simba.
Indeed.
Simba and Error Voice, who Error Voice has come back out on mediums again.
Mediums, that's probably wrong, probably the wrong move.
Yeah, they will both pit, as will Bergen. Those three are all on dry tyres somehow.
Or did Jackson lose it, I'm wondering?
Not sure, to be honest.
I'm on the board with Fanning at the moment to see where he overtakes him. So what's Fanning should take himself out?
Yeah.
What was that about?
Yeah, that was on the stream. Not sure what that's about. Anyway, moving on swiftly.
Indeed.
Moving on swiftly.
I don't know.
Yeah, moving on. So, who are you looking at right now?
Before his mistake, Fox obviously would have been right up there in the podium positions, right up fighting the top two, but now he's got Airways to deal with. As you mentioned, Simba has probably just been...
Drive-through for Simba!
He's been given a drive-through, he's just been jinxed. I've just jinxed him.
Oh no, Simba! And Martin! Oh, gee whiz, that's oh dear, that's the last thing you want under a safety car, as I can tell you. And Error Voice as well!
Error Voice as well, what is going on?
As I can tell you from the penultimate round of MRCX last season, what cost me a podium, put me down to P6, was a drive-through under VSC.
Oh no.
And that cost me about 10 points, and I lost the title by 8 points, so...
so that race ruined it for you?
Oh yeah, 100%. Anyway...
I'm looking at this here. Doris is boxed again?
Yeah,
He's got the P9.
New tyres are powerful, but I think he should have stayed put, really.
Track position, you'd think, would have been the better option.
Oh, I'd have stayed put. The number of laps that they're on here, that's not worth it.
With 11 laps to go. Yeah, this is now definitely all up in the air.
Yeah, so the
this
safety
is
car...
very interesting.
Safety car will be in end of the next lap at the earliest, so lap 28 will be the first lap of racing. That'll be 9 laps to go. Bergen and Erevoice are still on dry tyres, which implies that it's going to dry up.
Very true. But how quickly and when and how quickly is the only issue.
They're going to lose a lot of time whilst they're on the wrong tyre.
Indeed. But at the same time, the drivers could know something we don't.
I really hope for their sake that they know what they're doing.
Yeah. It's not like Erevoice for a start, really, is it?
No, he normally plays it quite safe. Simba speeding the pit lane. Oh no. And he's retired. Yeah. So he had the drive-through, he's now retired. Oh, yeah, he's...
It's unfortunate for him.
He's not a happy lion.
No.
Mandy, if you're watching, give him a hug for us.
Jessie just texted in the chat there saying there was a glitch with no timer that no timer came up for his drive-through.
That is frustrating. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right, so we are down to 15 runners now. Of the 15 remaining drivers, of course, we have still got a lot of very good drivers and the people in both good and bad positions for where they would expect to be. Who are you thinking from this point is... Who are you predicting to win the race from here?
If it's wet now, so I've mentioned you brought it up at the start of the race, and I've brought his name up nearly every time so far. Fox River 8, he as you say, knows how to do a wet. He knows how to drive a wet race, and now he's still staying in P3 at the moment, still sticking it up there with the leaders.
He is.
He's still in with a very good shout, if he can keep it clean, because I know that's what he strides on, is consistency. He strides himself for his consistency. So
Definitely.
He is definitely hoping for the best for himself. Martin saying the same, he had no timer for his drive-through.
So is Fabian saying the same thing, so that's a real shame. Hopefully this is a one-off and it doesn't keep happening. But, Erevoice is pitted.
It's about time.
Interesting. It's interesting he's done it now. By the way, Carl has pitted for a set of softs.
What?
Carl has also put the softs on.
Oh, goodness. This is going to become a very interesting end.
Yes.
Connor in the chat is going for Fox to win it.
Oh, I've said Fox and Hoseman, but I did say earlier that when it comes to the wet, the rainy stuff, Fox is the man.
Indeed.
In the dry, I would have said Hoseman. In the rain, I'm agreeing with you, Connor. It's going to be Fox.
He's changing his predictions.
No, no. If it stayed dry, then I would have, as I said earlier, Hoseman was the clear fastest driver on track today in the dry. But in the rain, Jake comes into
in the wet.
He is. He comes into his own when it's wet. Connor knows. Ryan says Bergen to win, and you know what? He's P11 on the wrong tyre, so definitely.
He's a wee bit optimistic there.
No, jokes aside, if it does dry up in the next couple of laps, then Bergen and Bit are...
Well, here we go.
They're in the mix. Here we go. Safety car's coming in.
Keep an eye on Hoseman, see when he launches.
Indeed. When is he going to floor it? Will he do the same as last time out the penultimate corner? Or will he go a bit earlier? We'll have just 8 laps of racing when we get to the start-finish line. Here we go. Everyone's right on his rear wing.
And he's gone.
He has. Well, he's managed that one well. Airways wasn't ready. I have to say, Airways wasn't quite on the ball there. Yeah. But he's got good drive on that final, on the banking there though. He's closing.
Sorry, I'll mention in a minute.
Oh, go ahead.
Hoseman a wee bit shaky out of the first corner.
Yes. Like Airways on the inside! And Airways backs out.
That's probably wise.
Very wise.
Single track and Airways have boxed again.
Yeah, we have the drive-throughs to serve.
Ah, yeah. I forgot about that.
Not sure why Kyle's pitted, apart from he was on the dry tyre, so...
Doris is on the charge back, he's got past Melvin.
Yeah, but no, Boothie at the inside. Oh, Bergen's
no,
out.
Bergen.
Yeah. Might be still with the dry tyres.
Yeah.
Now
No
then.
safety car though.
Yep, looks like we're okay. So, Boothie in the back of Fox. By the way, for as good as Fox is in the wet, Boothie's giving him plenty to think about.
Indeed. What's gone on behind? There's yellow 5. I'm trying to see if there's something going on.
Oh,
I can't
Scottish
really
Ninja's
see.
round. Scottish is
he?
round.
Oh, he is. That's unfortunate.
Indeed, indeed. Now then.
And he can't hold it either. He's still stuck.
We've got a pass going on here from Wazza on Boothie. And side, Doris is in the mix. 3 abreast in turn 1. And Doris at the inside of both of them. Great move in the McLaren. Great driving. And, well... Bergen says... Sorry, Ryan says Bergen was forced off. The tyres were fine.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll hear about that in shooting later. We'll leave that there, but that sounds like something that might be brought to the stewards.
You know what? Even in the wet here at the moment, Airways is right on the back of Hoseman and gaining.
He is. And I have to say, wouldn't it be incredible if Zach was to go on and win this?
A tier 3 driver, as you mentioned.
Exactly. The last time...
It's not giving me the best of confidence going into Wednesday.
I remember seeing Airways in Canada in the wet in Tier 2 last season, and he got P, I think it was P5 or P6 in the race, and at the time he was a Tier 4 driver, and I gave him driver of the day as a notable mention because of, frankly, driving Canada in the wet in 2 tiers higher than you're used to, and getting a good points result was a fantastic result for him.
Tell you what, Fox River's on his way back. Doris has now took P3 off him.
Yeah, Fox needs to get the pace down. He needs to nail it, because Airways right now is stealing the show that we thought was going to be his.
Yeah.
The question is...
Airways and Hoseman still fighting it out.
Can Hoseman hold on? Because Airways is... big twitch from Hoseman! And that shows that Hoseman really is pushing. He's giving it his all. And Airways looks so much more confident in this level.
He does alright.
Look at the pace he's got. I have to say, Boothie as well in P5, the other Tier 3 reserve. He's doing a fantastic job as well.
Indeed. This is looking interesting for Wednesday. Oh, Airways is nearly pushing Hoseman here.
He literally is. He could not be any further. If he was any closer, he'd be tickling the back of his neck.
Literally.
Or giving him a kiss goodnight. Now then.
Boothie's
right Doris with a big twitch there.
Boothie and Fox River side by side down the straight, down the DRS straight.
Indeed,
Fox is not going to make it easy for him.
No, Boothie's through. Well played by both of them.
Switch back though, Fox. But he's not got the exit, he couldn't get the traction.
Indeed, now Hoseman and Boothie again. Are we going to see... Sorry, Hoseman and Airways again. Airways looks closer this time. He's a lot closer. Are we going to see a move in turn 1? Hoseman takes a late decision to defend the outside.
And they're side by side here, Fox and Boothie. This fight still going on around turn 1.
Fox keeps it neat.
He's took the inside route. And there's still... Oh, contact!
Bit of a touch. Boothie's through.
Boothie manages to stay ahead.
I think Airways could still get the position.
Indeed. But all this fighting between Boothie and Fox River is allowing Wazza into the mix in P6 at the moment.
It is. Wazza in the Alfa Romeo looking to really maximise the points he could get. His teammate Fanning is out of the race. Can he pick up a good haul of points for the team? And I have to say, Fox, for all the praise we're giving him, he's not enjoying these conditions right now.
Not at all.
But the fight I can't take my eyes off of is, of course, the fight for the lead between Airways, Hoseman, and now Doris getting in on the action too. We have a 3-car scrap for the next 4 and a bit laps.
This was basically like you against Thing on Friday.
Yeah. I'm getting flashbacks. Strong PTSD. Now, Airways isn't as close this lap, but he does seem quicker over the course of the lap. We have 4 laps to go. This front 3, any one of them could win this.
It's just all 3 of them need to keep it clean, keep the car on the track. Which is the main point of this race, if I'm being honest, for wet races.
Exactly.
It's all good making overtakes, but if you can't keep it in a straight line, if you can't keep your wing, then there's no point.
It sounds obvious, but you're spot on. It's all about being in it to win it in the wet.
Indeed.
And here we are, 3 drivers who, at the start of this session, looked very quick in the drive, all having very strong spectacle races, and since it's got wet, they've all found another gear. But look at Doris all over the back of Airways. Airways wanting to attack Hoseman, but having to defend from the car behind. And Airways goes straight on the chicane!
Oh no.
And Airways could have just thrown away a chance for the win.
Thank you very much.
That could be the winning opportunity thrown away.
But can Doris stay with Hoseman now? Can he close that gap for me at 10th?
Indeed, I'm sure he can. There's a nice fight going between Ghost Rider and Single Track for the last of the points paying positions. And they got Rooster just ahead of them. Did you know, so once upon a time, Martin, aka Single Track, and Jacob, aka 5J Rooster, were teammates at McLaren when I first went in this league in Tier 2. And they were quite a formidable pairing, although they didn't always work together as a team.
Here we go with Martin now on Ghost Rider.
Indeed, Martin going for it. Ooh, Ghost Rider's off.
Wide.
Yeah. And Jacob's gone off as well. So Martin's benefited 2 positions from that.
2 positions. Jacob's lost 3 in the end. Error Voice is riding the back of Ghost Rider now.
Yeah, Martin will say thank you very much. Error Voice will want that 10th place.
Sorry about the noise if you can hear bangs.
Oh, it's okay.
They're kids. I live in an estate, so if there's kids, fireworks.
Ah, fair enough.
So that's all you'll hear.
Back to the front, Airways is just dropping back now. It looks like he's just lost that bit of confidence. Doris just staying with Hoseman, but not enough to give him anything to worry about, really. Not at the moment. And then Boofy, just on his own in 4th place. Alpha Tauri going to pick up a really good haul of points here in 3rd and 4th.
2 reserve drivers as well.
Yep, and Doris and PC. So 2nd, 3rd and 4th are all reserves.
Talk about making an impression.
Exactly.
Here we go with Air Voice for P10 on Ghost Rider. He's got the overspeed, he's got the exit, he's got the RS.
Indeed, up the inside.
He's not gonna... He's taking his time with it. Just took the inside line, he knows this track obviously being Dutch.
I would expect him to. That was a very clean move. Very clean move.
Sensible, if you would. But 2 laps from the end, Doris is just not able to get close enough. He's getting closer, but I don't think he's going to get close enough, if I'm honest.
No, I think he needs to be there for a move into turn 1 this lap if he wants to have any chance to take the win from Hoseman. And he's gone too deep into that chicane. That's going to really affect him on the exit. That's going to allow Hoseman to pull away. And look at that, he's lost over half a second because of that mistake. Pushing too hard there, but don't take away from both of these two. This has been a great drive to be top 2, and Airways as well. What a drive he's had as well today.
Tell you what, I'm looking at this here. Fox River 8, he is closed on Boothie really quickly.
He might make a move here. He's closing really quickly, you're right. Boothie's had a bit of a scrappy couple of laps.
Boothie, yeah.
I think he's had a scrappy lap. Yeah, last lap of the race, will Fox pounce?
You've heard of the phrase, long runs the fox?
I've not, but I have now.
Have you not?
I've not. I must be living under a rock.
Yeah, there's always the impression, along comes the fox, or along runs the fox, something like that.
Indeed.
It's like a superstition sort of thing.
Well, this fox is definitely not giving up the ghost. That said, Doris is back within a second of Hoseman. Boofy seems to have dropped Fox again, so let's go back to our race leader. He's about to lap his teammate, Scottish Ninja, by the way.
I see, oh yes.
You see this in real life with Max lapping Checo quite a bit. Although this is different conditions, I think Scottish Ninja might got caught up in some incidents and has made an extra pit stop.
You remember he did spin a couple of times.
Oh yeah, that was it, yeah. But here we go, Sander, the Hoseman, comes across the line to take the first win of Season 12 in Tier 2. At his home race, great drive from him. Doris P2, Airways will be super happy with P3. Boothie likewise will be buzzing with P4, and then Fox comes home P5. Sixth for Wazza. Melvin at his home race as well, going to come home P7. P8 for Rob Smith. Formation finished with his teammate in the Alpine single track, P9. And the last point position is Error Voice.
He's stopping on the line.
Yep. Yeah, he was letting Ghost Rider have the final point. What a gentleman Error Voice is. I love that man.
He is.
P12 for Fire J Rooster, 13th Scottish Ninja, and 14th last of the finishers is Carl McBitty Hobnobbins. DNS today for Bergen, Simba, Jackster Fanning, Monster, and DRS Julian. Various different reasons for all of them, and unfortunate course in each instance. Wow, what a race that was. Who's your driver of the day, Kyle?
I'm going to have to go with Airways in the Alpha Terry.
Yeah.
Coming into a tier above him, and to put it in P3.
Great drive.
A very good drive.
I would like to say Airways and Hoseman. I'd say let's have them share it, just because I think Hoseman getting pole to win and being so clinical is brilliant. But Airways, what a job he's done in from a lower tier. The game, however, is giving it to Ghost Rider. So the game doesn't agree with us.
Does it ever?
No. It never does. It always finds a reason not to. Nevertheless, what a race that's been. Great driving all round. Few controversial moments, of course, but all in all, that was an exciting Grand Prix. And you know what? If this is what Season 12 has to offer, I'm sure we're going to see a lot more blood, sweat and tears as we go along.
Very much so.
So, fastest lap also went to Hoseman, by the way, so he's got the clean sweep pole, fastest lap and win. He will be a happy man tonight. 26 points on the board, early days. Good job from him. There's just a quick rundown. It is what you like to see. Quick rundown. Notable mention, Rob Smith, 13th to 8th. Good drive. And Ghost Rider, last to 10th to get a point. Another great drive from him. Indeed. So, we have Tier 1 action coming up. It's not far away. It is just 26 minutes, so I need to get my skates on because I've got to go and race in that. Don't forget to tune in. Thank you. We have also got Tier 3 where your good self are driving in on Wednesday at 7:30 UK time. So, of course, don't forget to tune in for that as well. And then we'll be on MRCX on Friday, and that will be at Monza, the festival, Temple of Speed. But thank you for everyone who's joined us in the YouTube chat. Thanks for watching. And, of course, thank you to all of our wonderful, fantastic drivers who've taken part today. Have a lovely evening, everyone. Take care and good night.